By now, I really hope that you know that ICE is just regularly detaining and even deporting US citizens because it feels like the sort of thing that should be a bigger deal than it is. In fact, this report from Migrant Insider at that point had said that ICE had already deported at least 70 US citizens. And this isn't recent, and I know because we've cited that particular article previously here on the damage report. And so who knows what the actual number is these days. But as more and more people start to understand the threat that even US citizens are running afoul of Donald Trump's secret police, it starts to be a bigger problem, and people don't like that thing. And so in swoops Republican congressmen and senators to tell the American people you should be fine with you being deported if that's the price of mass deportations. Now we're gonna give you two examples. The first here is Ralph Norman.
Congressman, do you care if US citizens accidentally get detained in ICE raids?
Look, I'm so appreciative of what Tom Homan is doing to get illegals out of the country. No, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about law and order in America. And I'm supportive about if you're an illegal, you don't need to be here.
But what if you're a citizen and you get detained? Like what? That seems to be happening a lot. Well, you don't care?
No, I don't believe that. He's getting the people out of here that should be out here that should have never been allowed to come in. The Biden administration defied the Constitution and defied America. Really.
Well, a lot of citizens are getting detained in the dragnet, though, including veterans. So
what about the gang members that get detained?
Well, I mean, if they're U.S. citizens.
This president and this Homan is doing such good things. I'm not going to criticize him for anything, particularly as it relates to deportation.
How the hell do you ever get elected after that? I mean, I kind of want to say like even as a Republican, but no, hold up. Especially as a Republican. So the secret police are out in force with massive new funding, faces covered. You don't get to know who they are. And they're just sweeping up people. They don't give a damn who they take. And they're locking up US citizens who have their passports, who have their documentation. And ICE tells them, get the hell out of here. I don't care about your documentation. You get the hell in there. Maybe someday your family will know where you are. And a Republican congressman is told that and is told that veterans are being treated that way. And he doesn't even pretend to care. He said, nah. Dude, like I'm trying to get my car. Like, why are you asking me this question? I don't care. And then the follow-up question, they're being locked up. Do you care about that? What about the gang members that are being locked up? Okay, yeah, but okay, I can play this game. I've played Uno. What about the veterans that are being locked up? He doesn't care. And much more importantly, he feels he doesn't need to care. It doesn't, and by the way, like I feel like I'm the only person that's been conscious for more than a year. The Republicans spent years with their AM radio shows and their Alex Jones about how the military is gonna be sweeping up US citizens and they're gonna be packing concentration camps full of them, and presented with the evidence that that's already happening, Republican politicians are just like, meh, whatever. And it's not just him. Tommy Tuberville goes maybe even more aggressive in this.
So, Senator, do you care if US citizens accidentally get detained in ICE raids?
If US citizens?
Yeah, it's been happening a lot. It's been happening a lot with veterans in particular. Yeah.
Well, first of all, don't put yourself in a situation where that happens, okay? And I'm sure with all the illegals we have in this country, you're going to probably have some mistakes happen. That's going to happen. But again, as long as we take care of it the right way, understand they are a system, let them go. But again, if you're going to be hanging around people that are not citizens of this country, some things like that are going to probably happen.
Is there anything people can do to take care of themselves? Like, how can they do to prevent
Don't
that?
hang around illegals.
Okay.
Bottom line, because President Trump has said we're going to go after you. And at the end of the day, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, something bad could happen.
Yeah, again, how do you ever get elected again? Not just for what he said there, but just for being so goddamn stupid. Both of them just so obviously apathetic and stupid. You're being asked a question and you don't even seem to understand that, like in a rational democracy, this is kind of a trap. A terrible thing is happening. Your job is to pretend that you care about our rights as citizens. You care, right, about the Constitution. Doesn't even pretend to. Like, oh yeah, no, you might be detained. Days might go by, a week might go by. You might literally be sent to South Sudan. It's your fault. You shouldn't have been hanging out with illegals. I'm sorry, where exactly in the Constitution does it say these rights are null and void if you're standing within 15 feet of a Guatemalan? Like, I don't remember that part of the Constitution. I haven't actually read the entire thing. I have that in common with most Republican senators, but I'm pretty sure that if I were to Google it, it's not in there. By the way, like, that's an insulting thing to say, that like if you are with people who don't have documentation, you deserve to be locked up. But let's say that you took it seriously. What exactly does he think we're supposed to do? Like, we're just supposed to normalize, I suppose, going around and asking people what their documentation is. Just everybody around you, you should be, hey, you're a citizen, right? Hey, you got your green card in order, right? You got a visa, right? That's the the conversation we should be having. Everybody should be terrified at all times that you could be locked up. And so you should just be worried about anyone around you who's darker than Stephen Miller. Just be worried constantly. That's the America that they're totally comfortable with. They don't even have to pretend to care about your goddamn rights. Look, I would love to see more Republicans have a little bit of consistency after decades of supposedly worrying about the big government crushing them under their heel. I'm just saying that, like, you're getting all the warnings you need. And by the way, quick reminder, as always, they're not going after the worst of the worst. It was never that. It's less that today than it's ever been. If you take a look at this, the blue line are the people who haven't even been accused of any crime. And look at the skyrocketing numbers of those people that are being detained. And the others are not murders, and they're not people that have done SA. These are literally any crimes whatsoever. Okay, if they were actually getting out the worst of the worst, they would be shoving it in our face every single day. The fact that they're not is proof that it was always a lie. They knew that there were never these hordes of migrant criminals. It was just a thing you campaign on to try to get some racist to vote for you. That's all it ever was. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.